Trying to get so you can see. Whoops. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get everything in there, but at least you got the part. And let me just adjust that one and go live. Oh, 1 second. I got to stop this one. And now that was like a 6-second live stream on TikTok. Okay, here we go. I just have to set it up with that thing there. Okay. Oh, I didn't put on my candles yet. There it is. Did that go? Yes, it did. This one always takes longer to light. Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. It's snowy out, and I figured, let's give it a go. Oh, Disney, did you? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It makes such a difference. Honestly does. I don't know what I did with my other little glasses. Oh, those are too strong. I'm trying to find a pair of glasses. Oh, yay. Hi, Not to Mama. That I can read with and see things a little bit not far away, but be able to see my monitor. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, friends. This is the one I want to color today. I've been dying to color this fresh cut trees. Where is my little... Oh, there it is. My little protector sheet. Thank you, Not to Mama. It's like really snowing here now. Oh, you did. Thank you, Kylie. Kylie just ordered this book yesterday. I actually just realized that I haven't made this one into my digital, my digital release yet. So I'll be working on that tomorrow, probably. I always do this wrong. I think I should, not wrong, but in the wrong order. There, that side's better. Are we cozy now? I think we're cozy now. Okay, I do need to sit a little bit closer. Hi, Trisha. Thank you so much. And where is my... Oh, here it is. I tried to get everything ready before I started. Thank you for the roses. But you know how that goes. Okay. Today we're going to be using... Oh, I didn't get out my little... I wonder if I have a little sign for this one yet. North Pole Gnomes. No, I don't. I'm just going to leave this here and let people know that it's Cozy Country Christmas that we are coloring today. Oh, there's my other glasses. I just found them. These ones are way better. Hopefully I don't have any technical difficulties like I did the other day. I like my little Sharpie. Oh, you're at work. This is called Cozy Country Christmas. It's the one with the horsies on the front. Markers and mostly the Montmartre. Oh, TJ. Thank you. What are these? The Monty Marte. I spelt that wrong. And these are the pastels that I'll be using. Everything's in my link tree. I'll say go to my link tree with an arrow. And my storefronts. Now, I was doing some coloring the other day in my live stream, and I didn't put anything away. So I'm going to try. Oh, hi, Lucy. I'm trying to get nice and cozy. Bring my chair in a little bit more. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I think we need a red barn. I'm going to start with the barn, just because. Barn and the trees. Let's see. I'm thinking R2. R2. That'll be a nice bright color. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Forgot to do this. I'm going to do this. Little separator. That's going to be perfect. Thank you, Hugh. R2. I think I'll do the barn doors a different color, but the whole side of the barn here, down here, and here is going to be this red. Oh, wrong side. I never like to use the skinny tips. I do like the brush tips. And I don't mind if it's streaky, because that makes it look authentically barn boardish. just going to actually tap in some color back here around some of our little trinkets. How's everyone doing today? I had my chiropractor this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm doing awesome today. I have a lot of stuff to do. This is a busy week for me. Like I said in the last live stream, I have a lot going on this week. So I'm trying to hop on whenever I can. So I think this is the second one this week. Oh, I can't wait to do the snow. I want to try something different for the snow. I'm trying to work on some tutorials for the snow, and I have a few different ways I do it. So I want to try and see if I can nail down a good technique to show you guys. I guess it doesn't matter really. However, it is nice to have pretty snow. I'm going really lightly in some spots, and also using a really light touch around the other elements on the page, just so it doesn't bleed into, say, the snow too much. Oh, puppies are barking. Thank you, Mary. But the alcohol markers, the slower you go, the more ink it's going to put down. I like using the paint. I really like using the brush tip and kind of treat it like a paintbrush. Thank you, Mary. Are you new to me? Have you been watching before? I'm so happy when people find me. Keep the likes coming too, guys. One other time. Oh, Mary, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I call it your show's on. I'm your show. Oh, thank you so much, crafties. This one's going to be pretty. Oh, Mama Bear, thank you. Thank you, Nay. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for the gifts. Oh, I appreciate that so much. The likes and I mean the little heart me's, I think, help me get to the FYP. Oh, and watching the coloring is just as relaxing. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to get some more tutorials up there. But I do like to kind of give tutorials as we are doing a live stream. So basically, I do talk a lot during my live streams. So if you're just looking for quiet, that's not me. But I do try to keep it like nice and cozy. because everyone needs a little cozy. Oh my gosh, that color is perfect. And I'm wondering about what color for the doors. Maybe the doors should just be red as well. Cozy's the perfect word. It is. I love cozy stuff. I totally love hygge, which is a Danish word, or kind of like a Momo. This is cozy country Christmas. It's missing the country up there, but it's cozy country Christmas. I live for cozy too. Where was I? Oh, here. But hygge, especially in the winter time, is essentially the act of surrounding yourself with all things that are cozy. So essentially just like Taurus type stuff. Oh, that's okay, Momo. Dark forest green or brown shade. That would be nice. But hygge is, you know, it's just that feeling of being cozy, tending to yourself, and lots of relaxing, good food, which is good because I'm a Taurus. Now I think I'm gonna should I do the inside here? I might do red as well. Let's just do this little part red, just on the inside here. Oh, we get to do some glowing lights. This is going to be fun. Yeah, you know what? I think so. What about a nice gray? Thank you for the gift. I think red and gray would actually look super nice together. Might do this gray in here. Yeah, red inside. They're selling all their, like, it's like a farm stand inside the barn, which is super cute. They have hot chocolate back here. Awesome. You see, I'm just tapping a little bit of that color in. I will be going over with my chalk pastels. I don't want to put too much of the red ink down. I just want it to provide some background color. Whoop. The book is available through Amazon, and it's in my storefront actually. But I use a program. This is one of mine. And I use a program called Leonardo AI to render my images. That way I have control over what's going on in my books. Do I keep going with the red? I think that might. Let's just see. Let's try the gray next. I think it needs to be like maybe a bluish gray. What about BG9? I think that would be lovely. Or kind of go BG070. Thank you so much, Mama Bear. I love sharing that with people. Some people actually don't care for the AI renderings, but I love it. BG070. Do I have that one out? I think I might. No, so I have to move it here. Sorry guys, I have so much stuff out already. I need to tidy up after each time I do my live. BG070. There it is. Oh my gosh. I taught myself actually. I was using other designers in the beginning, like purchasing the rights to the images, but I decided they were using AI and not very well, some of them. So I'm like, oh, I can teach myself this as part of my art therapy. BG070. And it's been really helpful for me. That is such a pretty color. Maybe I'll do this for the back barn as well. This gray. Hi, Down. Down but not out is here. So I can see I do a lot of feathering with my alcohol markers. So it's not just a straight line. Especially around pretty details. Like this tree. Ooh. Do I have another one of these? No. I may have to add a little bit of alcohol to this one because you can see that it's not really happy. So let's do that before we move on. Are you here for therapy too? Oh my gosh, there's big, big snowflakes outside. Oh, how lovely. Now we're super cozy in here. Okay, so I'll show you guys. I just use my hands. I'll leave that up here. I don't want it to roll onto my, whoops. I'll put it up there. Just take a little bit, I've put a little bit of rubbing alcohol into a little, it looks like a glue paint bottle I got from the dollar store. And I'm going to add 10 drops or so. I'm going to hold it down. My shaky hands. That should be good. How about a little bit more? So this is going to dilute any ink that's still left in your marker. Just going to see which, oh, let's use that one. It gets on your hands. That's okay. That's part of the fun. And then give it a good shake. I like to kind of shake it into my palm. Hopefully to force some of that alcohol into that nib. The tip there. That's better. You can see the difference. So I'm just going to go over this one. Yeah, I think the barn trim should be this gray. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Oh, yeah, 57 people in here. Well, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Oh, that's better. So it's not refilling it when I add the alcohol. Hi, Wendy. Okay, the other barn door, and then I'm going to do the beams up here, and maybe the bottom part of this stuff inside this gray. This is gonna be the perfect Christmas tree farm. Let's do this little bit here. And also the barn in the back, I think I'm gonna do red because I think that would be nice. Yes, all the trim. You did, Sassy. Thank you. I haven't been on any socials very much this morning because I did have my oops, I should probably have done that part red. I'll go over it with the red in a second. But I had my appointment this morning, and then I did a little stocking stuffer shopping. And tomorrow I have my specialist appointment for my SCAD, for my heart attack. It's at my not quite 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February. So I get to see her. She's downtown in Toronto. Oh, fun, glitter. You know I love my glitter. I love the contrast of these colors, the gray and the red. I love that. Here, I need to actually, there. It was buckling a tiny bit. And again, I like to feather the color in lightly. Thank you so much, Sassy. Yeah, I am feeling there are good days and not so good days. I don't want to say bad days because there's, I'm here, so not a bad day, but not great days sometimes. However, all you can do is try and manage it. And that's what we're doing. Oh, I'm hooked on Greyscale too. This is it for me. I've also decided that I'm going to go through my coloring book inventory in my storefronts and really go through everything and weed out the stuff that isn't selling, like my older books, to make way for new ones. I think the shelves are going to be blue, and then I'm going to do the background red. Or blue, gray. Hi, Red. Thank you so much. This one down here. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I should have kept going with this red under here. So there's no mistakes in coloring. Just do your best to remedy what you think you want to change. That should be gray here, I think. No, I'm going to do this. And just kind of do things however you want. We are doing pretty good today. There. I'm leaving some of these lights uncolored. So when I add in the chalk pastel, it'll be nice and bright. Yes, I'm going to do in here the red. So I'm just tapping a little bit of that ink in behind some of our little wares that our farmers selling. Oh, I could see what I could do. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time for me, especially now that um, I'm getting a little bit more exposure, and you guys have been so amazing at tagging me and supporting me. This is Cozy Country Christmas. It's the updated version. And it's more grayscale. So this was one of the ones that I redid because I purchased the rights from a designer originally. However, they weren't great, so I decided to give it my grayscale spin. Hi, Mary. Thank you so much. Yeah, look at this is going to be lovely. Oh, I forgot the barn back here. I think we're going to do a dark, like not black, but a really, really dark gray for the fence here. This is going to be a very well kept farm, as my grandma would say. Oh, that's a well kept farm. She was the sweetest lady. A little bit here. Am I missing anywhere with the red? I think I might do one of these barrels red. I'm doing good today. I have my Cairo this morning. We're trying to fix my neck. Except I can't have the traditional, where they do the traditional adjustments and they like crack your neck. I can't do that because of my my arteries. So she uses the clicker and it's really nice. Actually, it's been helping, and I'm hoping it's actually going to help. My tinnitus is really, really bad. All right. The snap and go. Yeah, the little click, click. It's perfect. And she's really knowledgeable, and she's really been helping me with um, things I can and can't do. No, she's just really great. I love her. The snap and go. That's awesome. Okay. I think we're going to do the roofs. Let's have a look at our colors here. I'm going to do I want the roofs to, probably be a light gray so I can do my snow stuff on it. My snow stuff. You know what I mean. Thanks for the love, you guys. We're already over 2K. Thank you. Did anyone find me from the FYP today? Maybe before I do the roofs, I'm going to do my trees. Let's do the trees next. Thank you, Scary. Oh, I was on your FYP. Oh, good. Yay. Thank you, Che. I'm so happy. So happy my people are finding me. Okay, for the green for these pretty trees, I think we need to go with, how about this GY5? Let's see what this looks like. Oh, I do have that one out. GY5. That's why I like to swatch out our colors. Yep. Yay. A gray green for the roof. That would be good. And then we can add our colors on top. Hi, Emily. Oh, I'm so glad everybody's here. What about a nice green gray? What about this GG020? That'll be light enough. Do I have that one out? GG020. I know. It really does. And wait till we add our chalk pastels. It's going to be fabulous. Maybe something a tiny bit lighter for that one. Are they windy? Have you tried putting your some rubbing alcohol in your marker? Oh my gosh, I can't believe how much is snowing here. I do like the idea of a green gray though. But this seems, oh, what about, that's still a little too dark. Gosh darn it. This CG01 seems to be kind of greenish. Yeah, just grab some from the dollar store. And this was from the dollar store too. This is, I kind of just poured the rubbing alcohol in here, and it's got a really skinny tip. So it's like a glue painting bottle. Is that what glue painting? Whatever glue, I don't know what it's called. But it came in a pack of 2 for like $1.25 Canadian. And the rubbing alcohol was, how much was it? I think it was $3 for this thing. Not even. This came from the dollar store too. I put it in my stocking a couple of years ago. So I have hardly got, It's about halfway. So just maybe try and find some that's a little inexpensive and see how that goes. Actually, you know what? Now that it's dry, this one isn't too bad. I do like that. Usually we're higher. So something that's $1.50 for you guys is like $3.50 for us. C'est la vie. Okay, so I am going to go with these two colors. Thank you guys for the heart me. Hi, Fable. Look at these two colors together. That's gorgeous. So this one is the GG020. G, not C. GG020. Trying to make it small enough that it'll fit. GY5. GY5. Pardon me. We'll do the trees first. So I like to put my markers, my little stickers here, almost in order. That I'm going to be using them in. And here we go. We're going to feather this color in. We have so many Christmas tree farms around here. It's actually, some of them are like this. Maybe I'll share a picture of the one we went to last year. We've gone there a few times, and it's got horses, a red barn, these sweet little puppies. They had 2 golden retrievers that had these little like sweaters on that had elves sitting on them, like riding them. Like those cute little, elf on the shelf almost. It was awesome. I know. I was like, I'm a freak for dogs. I love dogs. So yeah, that was that was entertaining. And so they had horses, and these beautiful paddocks and a gorgeous red barn. It's like it was so dreamy. So that's why I have to make this one red. This barn had to be red. We're Bob Rossing it up again. We're making happy little trees. I hope to have another book up and ready soon, but I'm trying to get my digital stuff going as well. We shall see how it goes. I'm really trying to not put too much pressure on myself. I seem to do that quite often, and that gives me anxiety, which is opposite of what I need and want. So if I say that I'm going to be on, say, oh, I'm going to be on tomorrow, and if I don't come on, it's because I need a break. And it's kind of just how I have to do things. So my digital books are like my free printable pages, my swatch charts. I also have downloadable books there. So instead of buying a paper copy from the Zon, we get a download that you can print up instantly as many times as you want. And I just added this one on and realized that I don't have what was the other one? I noticed that it wasn't up and running yet, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll figure that out soon too. Oh, that's pretty. Hi, Winston. Oh, what did I do? I'm going to do this one a little bit darker. And I'm going to make this a nice pine tree. And my pine tree here, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the green. And like I was doing earlier, it's really just feathering strokes. I was actually thinking about doing a grayscale book that's got like not random images, but not so much a theme. So different things to color. I don't know. I'm still kind of researching. I was going to do a winterly one, like a nice winter one. So that still might happen. And then I do want to do a fantasy type book for the spring, but I'll probably be waiting to do that one. I was actually thinking of doing a winter animals to go with my autumn animals, but I'm not sure yet. That's part of the process of deciding is really, really hard. So I appreciate the input you guys give me because it is helpful. I do this for us, for you and for me who likes to color. Whoops, that was a little. I could do another, yeah, I was thinking about doing another people type one, like Victorian or like retro. So basically from a bunch of eras, including like the 80s and 90s. And the 50s and the, the 60s were fun. So yeah, I'm still brainstorming really. Okay, that's lovely. I might do light here. I'm like barely touching the page. And yes, in the astrology one. Yeah, I think I think I decided last night, kind of when I was trying to fall asleep, that I wanted to do a winter animals. I do have only realistic dogs and only realistic cats and only realistic wildlife. So I do have something similar to that. However, we could always do like super, super cute ones. Um, what should I'm just going to use this green to do some rando things. I like something here. Oh, Kelsey, you have the kitty cat one. It is fun. I should do, well, I'll be coloring more of those when it's not Christmas. because I'm obsessed with this right now. Okay, we're going to do, so we're getting there. Like this one's fast because it's mostly barn. Okay, a darker green. So we did GY5. What about GY42? That might be pretty. GY. Yeah, I was thinking about some mystical stuff. Like a book that's got fae and like pixies, dragons, castles, some handsome dudes in maybe a kilt. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Kelsey. Why did I say GY8? Oh, let's see GY8 first, because I think that might be perfect. Kind of like Highlander meets Game of Thrones meets what's a good fairy, maybe even like hobbity type, but some fairies in there too. A sporran. My ex is Scottish, and he wore a kilt for our wedding. We're still buds, which is good. GY8. I love this color. Isn't that pretty? See, our color palette is really coming together. Gonna have to find some more stickers soon. GY8. Hi, Autumn. Okay, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm really gonna go lightly and feathery. Thank you so much. It's turning out so nicely. I'm really happy with it so far. Thank you, Mary. You guys are so lovely. And I think it's going to be like a gray. It's already gray there, but I think I might make it a nice. It's like dusky. Lights are glowing. I'm going to add a tiny bit of brown in here too. Thanks for tagging me, FYP, you guys. That's amazing. And we're almost at, hi, Alyssa. We're almost at 4K likes. Boston, you did. We're making happy little trees right now. It kind of looks a little cray-cray, but we're going to trust the process here. Actually, why don't I get a nice brown? Y12 maybe? Too dark. Let's go Y11. Oops, wrong spot. Just so there's a little bit of, I'm going to add in some of that brown. I should have done this first. This is how we learn. Just do stuff. I think I am going to, for the rest, just kind of lightly tap in the color. I don't want there to be a line. Like, see how there's a line there? Should have just tapped it in. No, there's no color codes for the pages. We just kind of go with the flow. I let the page tell me what colors it wants to be. That's better. I want there to be some texture there. Oh, Wendy, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I wonder for the top part here, might actually use that light green and do the two together. Like this. Oh, this nib, this tip is not very good. I'm going to switch a Rooney. Whoops. Oh, I almost missed our puzzle piece. Yeah, this is better. The top I'll do lighter. And let's put the caps on the right one so I don't mess them up like I've done in the past. I wish I had done this for the bottom part. However, we'll tidy that up with our chalk pastels. Sorry, I'm trying to make the page not be so bouncy. However, it's because I have our winter background. That's a little bit better. So the bottoms of these branches are going to be darker, kind of just scribbling in some color here and tap, tap, tapping. Oh, for your ears, I also used to Was it salt? I can't remember if it was salt, warm salt, or something in a sock for my son. This was years ago, so I can't remember. But it's like this old home remedy and it's supposed to help your ears. Yeah, this is much better. And then we'll put the snow on it. Actually, it's not looking too bad. Oh, that's looking good. Thank you, Billie Jean. We're getting there. I kind of goofed on the tree here, but I think we're going to be able to salvage it. Going in with a little bit of a lighter green. I might actually go in with a tiny bit of yellowish green, like a lighter yellowish green. And I really want this to be really scribbly. There, I don't want to put too much of this. Okay. That turned out fun. That turned out fun. What about a really light, like this color? I may have to add a little extra chalk in here when I get to the chalk part. Let's add a little bit of that down here. This is really just a green, a yellow green, light color. Thank you so much. I think the tree will be okay. What about, okay, let's do the roofs. And then I think the fence and around our little sign here is going to be a dark gray. Hi, Gigi. Thank you. How about the CG08? That's a nice dark without being too dark. Oh, GG07. Let's try GG07. Oh, I think it is. Well, GG Did I use that one already? GG07. Okay, we have to move on because I can't find it. I probably have it out already. Oh, that's BG. I want GG. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot. 040, 07, 060. What color is 060? Sorry, guys. Oh, maybe that's the one I wanted. That's CG070. That's why I can't find it. I can't read my writing. CG070. And let's use our Smoother Pro white gel pen. Has anyone seen Annie recently? I haven't seen her recently. CG070. I like that we hang out. Wait, that's not the right one. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at how pretty this is. This is our color palette shaping up over here. Okay, good. Oh, she's been on her lives early mornings. Okay, that's probably why I'm missing them. This is a very tidy Christmas tree farm. Oh, that's pretty. Oops. It's hard for me to go in straight lines. Clearly. Oh, Billie Jean, that's sweet. I use a program called Leonardo AI, and I use that to render my images. And you know what? Some of the country stuff I just love. So, and the Christmas stuff is easy to kind of think about what I'd want to color. That's how I make my books, is basically just choosing thinking about what I'd want to color. I'm not going to do all of these. The gray. This is a very matchy farm. Oh, awesome, Sassy. I'll go check you out after. when I'm finished. What color should this barrel be? I'm gonna make that, like, these are lanterns here, and I'll match that with the with our cute little string of lights there. Why don't I do the roof first? I'm going to do the roofs first, and I'm going to use a really, really light gray. I think we said that already. GG020. Ouch. Did I use that one yet? I don't think I did. GG. I don't think I did. I must have put it away. Ooh. Like a nice country blue. That sounds lovely. So I'm going to do this because my blues are down here. And I think, oops. What about this? Like either this one or this one. I know it's not, it's blue gray. So I think that would be fun. Oh, I can do more brown for sure. Billie Jean. Sorry, I have it upside down just so I can kind of see what I want to pick. I think I'm going to do the MG 060. MG060. And then for the brown, let's do a really nice, what about a nice cool E300 or E310? Let's see what the E300 looks like. Oh, I think I have the E310 out. Let's see this one. Let's try these two colors and see how they look with the stuff we've got down already. That is a stunning color. Perfect. Those are two perfect colors. Beautiful. MG. I'm going to write it up here. MG060. And E310. E310. May have to do that one with a white gel pen a little later. MG060. That is a gorgeous. It coordinates so nicely. And then the light gray GG020 is the one that we're going to use for the roofs. Okay, now I got it. Let's do some brown. Kind of using both It's just matchy. That's such a pretty color. Hi, Carol. Is it MG060? It is pretty, isn't it? Is it cadet blue? This just says blue gray 06. So I don't know. Medium gray. I don't know why it's M. I will be keeping the snow on the roof, yes. But I'm going to color it gray first, this really light gray. And then we're going to be putting snow on top. I'm not going to color all of these in. I do want to do some yellow. I'm going to use just a bright yellow. Oh, let's do the lantern. I forgot the red back there. It's a Greyscale coloring book, which makes it so fun. There. I'll make our lantern a little bigger than it is here. So just remember, when you're coloring, you have free will. Wendy, you're under your blankie. Oh, not a hoo-hoo. Gotcha, Boston. Now I gotcha. Demise, we won't say it too loud. Everyone be quiet. But she's watching at work in the back. So don't tell on her. Should we do the sign yellow? Thank you. I like to. So this is not, I haven't done any shading. Leave it white? Yeah. I'm going to add some red berries in there though. Okay, I'll leave it. Maybe a tiny little yellow at the ends of these. I do like to, yellow is such a great color to add in just some fun little details. And you'll see me using it quite a bit with our chalk pastels. And even where you want it to be a little lighter, right? You can dab some color in. You found me on the FYP. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. It does balance it so nicely. Oh my gosh. Okay, whoop. My music stopped because I've been on for an hour and a half. Let me just give it a little refresh here. Let's do this one. Oh, I came up on your FYP too? Yay. Yeah, these are the Ohuhus that I'm using. And I will be using chalk pastels as well. So that's coming up shortly. let's do some. What other colors do we want for some of these details? What about pink? What will go with our, I don't want to overthink it because it's just little details. How about, I'm just picking a marker. Oh, yay. Oh, B, thank you for being here. Amanda, that's so sweet. Just going to tap in a little bit of a different color. In some spots, and then we can add in some more details with the chalk pastels. Maybe one of these here. It's fun just to do what you want to do. And let's do this, the red. Where's that red? R2. There it is. And you'll see me doing like little scribblies here and there. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. But I like to do that. This is the Cozy Country Christmas. Okay, that's good. That's enough, I think. Okay, now for the roof. And then we will do our we'll do our snow and then the sky, and then kind of work our way down with the with our chalk pastels. And just like before, I like to keep it so the ink is uneven, especially because it's a snowy area here. So I might actually just, oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to use my colorless blender. Oh, where is it? Up here. If you need some like palette suggestions, I do have a bunch of color palette ideas on my Pinterest that you can kind of just use inspiration for. Does that make sense? Like try and match the colors as best as you can. That's nice. This will look way nicer when it's dry. So this is just a colorless blender. And it's basically just puts a little bit of that alcohol down. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys are amazing. So, okay, let's try this. Oh geez, see, I put the wrong tip on the wrong marker. Which one's this? That's the gray green. Here's a hot tip. Put your cap, if you're working with more than one marker at a time, put the random lid on the top or on the back of that marker you're using, because I don't know how many times I've actually put it on the wrong one, and then I have to like not swatch it out, but it's not easy to figure out. And I put it in the wrong spot, all that other stuff. How do we I think this is going to be nice. But you can see how that alcohol marker diffuses that, the blending, colorless blender allows you to kind of like smudge it in. So we're just trying this for today. I don't always do this. So we're just giving it a whirl, girl. That's looking pretty. And then we'll add our white over top. And when that dries, when the ink dries, it's not as, it's really nice and soft and blurred out. So not too intense. So basically I'm just wetting the page or this part of the roof with the colorless blender. And then adding the ink and going over top of it again with the colorless blender. And then we're going to add in our white acrylic pen. And I'm just following the shadows from the grayscale and where I want there to be a little extra shade. So shading of the snow. So like the corners here. Right? This gray is the CBG, wait, what? GG. GG020. And that's over top of the alcohol marker. So I will do the same thing. I really didn't do it for our little barn back here. However, that's okay. We will lighten it up a tiny bit with the chalk pastels. So I'm just doing little sections at a time. So this is your snow tutorial on the fly as I'm trying it out. I think I did this a couple times before in one of my other books, but it's been a minute since I've done it like this. So I'm making the page nice and damp and then just tapping in some of this color. Oh, can you guys see me? I'm going off the page here for my TikTokers. I'm just adding a little bit of this gray over top of the shading that's there already. Okay, good. Sorry, I didn't realize. I haven't really looked at my phone in a few minutes. So sometimes I miss it. Thank you for the love, you guys. We're almost at 10K. Amazing. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the love. It does push me to the FYP, and then I find my people, and then they enjoy my show. Thank you, Heather Bug. My sister's name is Heather. It's the Greyscale. And if anybody wants to check out or try Greyscale coloring, I do have free pages linked in my link tree, and everything's listed in my profile for my link tree. Oh, yay! I'm glad you didn't miss it either. So I'm going to have to, the last one I did, not the last one, but the one I did with the truck, I wish I had have done the snow like this instead of just the harsh dots, because it really does make a difference. It makes it so much softer and floofier. Floofier. And if you want it even softer, add some more of that colorless blender over top, and it will diffuse that ink even more. Watch, if you just do this, you can see how harsh that is. Now if you, whoops, the pups are going to be barking. Oh no, it's only 3. I thought it was my hubby home. Adding that colorless blender on top softens it up so nicely and fits really well with the Greyscale. Now sometimes it will seep into your other markers, so just be careful when you're going next to another color. Like you can see where it's kind of, it does erase your alcohol marker if you've already put some down, so it will diffuse it to the point where it's not there anymore. Right, I want it a little darker around here. I'm just tapping in that color a bit, and then I'll go back over with I don't want it to look dirty, so that's why I'm going back over with the colorless blender. Okay. You did! Bev Ann, thank you guys so much. Okay, I think that's good for now. I'm going to show you our next trick for snow is our white gel pen, the Smoother Pro. And this is where it's going to get super fun. Oh, should we do the sky first before I do the snow? I think that's probably a smart idea. And this is where the soft pastels come in. Oh, and I think a nice dark blue-gray. This like a really pretty blue-gray will look nice. Kind of it's dusky, early evening. And let's try it out on our paper. And I just like to use a folded up cotton pad, like a makeup remover pad, just dry. and put some of that chalk pastel onto there, and then you're transferring that chalk onto your paper. I think that's nice. I think that'll be a nice, I may have to make it a tiny bit darker, but I can always go over and excuse me, intensify the color. And this is a super fun way to do your backgrounds for any coloring book. And you can have so much fun with the chalk pastels, and they're so cheap. I think the 24 that I have that I'm using now is I think they were like $10 and they'll last you forever. Sorry, the puppies are barking. Sorry. See, you can go over and layer it a little bit more. Oh my goodness, dogs. Maybe that's some of my shopping showing up at the door. I haven't worked on it very much. I do have the gnomes out, and I actually just added that to my digital shop as well. But I haven't, I was going to do a winter one, but I think I'm going to do winter animals. I've been kind of going back and forth in my head about which one I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to do a winter animals book, kind of to go with the autumn animals. That tree looks really good. Thank you so much. So I hope you get working on that. Come on in. Oh, nobody's there? Thank you so much, Brittany. We're at 10K, my friends. Let's see how easy that is, and it didn't take long. And you want to intensify that color, press harder, and it pushes that chalk pastel right into the page. I'm getting ready. I'm almost, I still have to decorate. We put the tree up, but it's not decorated yet. So that's on my list this week. And I've done most of my shopping, but it's not all finished. How about you guys? Are you all ready? Do you celebrate Christmas? I know there's some people that don't. So we just want to wish everybody a wonderful winter season and a Merry Christmas and a happy holidays and whatever you celebrate. I love hearing about different traditions, and most of it's passed on from our families. I'm gonna add a little bit of chalk down here. Big circles, and really, really lightly just adding a little bit of that blue because the snow reflects, Heatherbug, you don't celebrate. That's great. Some people don't celebrate anything. I enjoy the winter solstice, actually. Okay, what do we think about that so far? I think that's good. Now we just need the snow. And then we'll add more details with the chalk pastels. But do I do the snow last? Let's save the snow for last. So that means we're going to do more I'm going to put this here. I'm going to do more chalk pastels. For this part, I'm going to use a combination of the makeup pads. What are they, cotton rounds? I'm just going to call them my cotton ball. So I'm going to use a combination of this and Q-tips to put my color down. For the barn, maybe a tiny bit of this reddish brown. Let's just see how this looks. And I like using the cotton rounds because you can still get a little bit of precision, but it puts down a little bit more intense. Let's see if this is going to work. It's not as fine a point as the Q-tip. This isn't showing up. So we're going to try something different. Let's try this like reddish orange. This might actually make it look so pretty. Yes, so these are the chalk pastels. So it just softens up everything that you put, like you're going over top of your alcohol markers. That's really not showing up very well either. So I will probably go over with the yellow because that's how I roll. These are the Montmartre chalk pastels. I'm going to use a Q-tip for this. Oh, I have to use this end. They do get a little bit messy, so they get all over your hands. Coloring's messy, I guess. There we go. That's better. So I'm just going to highlight some of our barn boards here. I don't spray. No. Because I'm pressing so hard into the paper and I'm not putting the chalk directly onto the page, we're kind of using this to transfer some of that over, and then I blend it in. So I do go over and press it in a little bit harder even with a cotton pad. But this will just lighten up some of this. I'm just going to continue with this yellow. It seems to be perfect. And you'll see me just kind of smudge it into a couple of spots. And then I will do the same with a darker color. You'll see how it changes. For the trees, I might actually use the brighter yellow. So this one here, right now I'm kind of using, it's a mustard. It's mustard yellow. And I'm just gonna, I like to add like little, it takes the edges, it softens the edges, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm just using that Q-tip. Actually, I think I had I have a little blender here. I want to try for some of the finer stuff. So this is just one of those blending stumps is what they're called. So for the finer stuff, gives you a finer point. Oh my gosh, what is going on with the dogs? Sorry, guys. And I'll show you what it looks like when you rub it in. It just softens it up and really pushes it into that paper. So it gives you a subtle highlight without being too overly intense. Oh my gosh. Oh, is it after school? Yeah, that's why. I think that's what's happening. Or the kids are coming home from school. So they like to, I guess, tell me whenever someone's walking down the street. Okay. And you can, oh, you can do the details inside as well. You have so many options with the chalk pastel. Oh, yes. Just going to add a tiny bit down here. Oh, looks like I've got some on my hands, and now it's all over the page. Oh, spin. Your grandkids call you not to mama. Oh, I love it. So I'm really going over any spots that have highlights or that I want to be highlighted. So when I'm done, I will probably go around this lantern and our lights with the bright yellow. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I had some on my hands. All right. How about the bright yellow now? Let's do our trees, and then I'll add some shadows, and then we will do up our snow. Yeah, adding the shadows is going to make a huge difference too. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping over. I love when my people find me. So if you're new here, I base everything in, well, almost everything with alcohol markers. And then I go over top with chalk pastel. And sometimes I use my colored pencils as well. And you can really add some fun highlights with your yellow. Look at that. And it's really a simple thing to do to add fun to your coloring pages. Okay. How is this looking? I don't want to put too much on the sign, but I want it to kind of glow a tiny bit. These need more down here. This is a blending stump. So it came in with a bunch of I think it was charcoal pencils. And it's like a reuse. It's a paper tool, basically. There's a little glow in the window back here. Okay. I don't need to go too crazy back here. I do use Q-tips as well, but this one had a little bit more pointier tip. Yes, I did a Q-tip, right? But if I want it to be smaller, you can use different blending tools, and I have a bunch. So I have used, you can still see on this blending stump, it's basically rolled up paper. So I've used this to put some stuff on the chalk pastel, but this one was just a little bit skinnier than the Q-tip even. I've also used the colored pencil, like it's a pencil smudging tool, and it's sponge and a burnishing end. So sometimes I have gone over before with, let's see if that's clean. You always have to make sure you clean it by rubbing it on a scrap piece of paper. So this will allow you to add in that white as well, or chalk pastel, using I like to use a sponge end. If you want to use something that's reusable instead of a Q-tip. You could also use colored pencil. Actually, why don't I show you what the colored pencil looks like while we're here? And then we're going to do the snow. I promise. It's snow and lights, like the snow and the glow. I like to use a Brute Fooner. Thank you, Nana. Where's my pencil sharpener? It's hiding back here. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. Thank you so much, Amanda. This is what I do for fun. Okay, I'll show you on the trees here, and I'm just going to go over with a white colored pencil, and I'm just kind of going in big circles. So it hits some of the light parts. It does go over top of some of the dark parts. However, when you blend it out, it just gives it a really nice hue. And I just use my cotton pad for that. And it's really subtle and soft again, but it just makes a little bit of a difference. Oh, I didn't add some snow up here. Thank you so much, Mrs. Matthews. And you can do that technique. You can either feather the color in like this to create a highlight. And then blend it out. That actually shows up better than the chalk pastel sometimes. So it just depends on the look you want to achieve. Oops, oh, wrong side. Okay, let's try back here. So I'm just going to do the same thing. And that softens it up a little bit too. You could also use yellow. Yellow is such a versatile color. And you could also like make the circles smaller, depending on what you want to, with the look you want, or just scribble it. Let's scribble. Let's scribble. That's probably better. We're Bob Rossing it right now, guys. Bob Ross. And that just brings out those highlights. We will be adding snow onto the trees and basically everything, because it's the Christmas tree farm. Do you like my scribbles? Do you like my chaotic coloring? Now a tiny bit of black, and just going to do the opposite. So wherever I want there to be a little bit of a shadow, where you want to separate something from something, part of the image from another part of the image, add a little bit of a shadow behind it. And that makes it stand out. Thank you so much, Boston. It just brings it forward when you put a tiny bit of colored pencil in behind, or chalk pastels. But I am going to use just a black colored pencil. And it's easy, right? We're not spending a lot of time. We're just putting down some of that, what is it? Wax, pigment. And then again, just blend it out, and it's soft and subtle, but it makes a huge difference. So here I'm just almost following the shadows from the book. Actually, I'm going to hold my pen or pencil this way. Lots of feathering. Hi, Vani. Sorry if I missed your question. I'm so sorry. I'm not always looking at my at my phone, but ask away. This is I'm coloring this grayscale page using, I based everything in the markers first, and now I'm going over with the colored pencils and chalk pastels. And this is a grayscale book. So it's going to give you your shading values already. Thank you so much. And when I'm making my books, I use a program called Leonardo AI. It's paid. It's a paid program. And I use that to render my images, kind of essentially based on what I want to color. And now, so I want to separate these two trees. So I'm just going gently in between the two where there's already that shadow, but just intensifying it a little bit. See the difference it makes? You want to bring something in front of something else, put a shadow behind it. That's the easiest way to describe it, right? You want separation, so a little bit of that black or gray. You can use whatever you want to shade. I just find black is easier because you can vary that intensity. Let's add a little handle here. And let's do this. Oh, that's cute. Oh, yeah. It's to blend the pencils. So I just use a cotton pad and I gently press in and blend that pencil to soften up those lines. So even though I've put a bunch of that colored pencil down, it's not what you see. It just leaves some of that pencil ink behind without being too harsh. Does that make sense? And let's separate this and this just a tiny bit. It's not going to actually be casting a shadow, but you do want the background to be a tiny bit darker. And the bottoms of these branches. Yeah, I'm Barbara. I'm scribbling now. You're very welcome. Oh, thank you for the gifts, you guys. So you want the bottoms darker, so just add in a little bit of your colored pencil. And these are the Brute Fooners. And I got a set and they're white and black. And they are my favorite. They're my favorite black and white colored pencils. Not all colored pencils are the same or built the same, if you know what I mean. Okay, where did that go? I need a new one. I cannot wait to do our snow. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want to go too crazy. Unless I went crazy. Oh, that's the white. I don't need the white because we are going to use the Smoother Pro, and we're going to use our finger almost like a stamp. So I'll show you on here what we're going to do. Maybe I'll do it over top of one of these colors. So we're taking a white gel pen. These are the Smoother Pros. And I'm just putting the ink down. And then you transfer it onto your hand or your finger or another tool. And you gently pat it down. And that's going to give you a really light variation of that ink. So it's not going to be too intense, but you can make it intense in areas if you want. So to show you, why don't we start up here? And that allows you to softly transfer some of that ink to make it look like soft snow, pillowy snow. Thank you so much, J. Marie. Thank you so much. So you can see the difference there already. And I didn't color this part of the branch. Because I knew I was just going to go over with this white. I didn't want to change that color. Whoops. And you can be messy. Snow's not uniform. Thank you, Danny. See how pretty that is? And now we're going to put some on this tree. And because it's like a little blurry, you don't want it to be a harsh, right? It's the background. So you don't want these white dots to be really intense. So that's why I like using my finger like that. And you're going to add that snow on the tops of the branches, on the tops of stuff. Just like think about in real life where snow would sit. It's not going to be underneath unless it's been a really big snowstorm, which it was earlier. It seems to have stopped now. We had the big fluffy snowflakes earlier. See how pretty that's looking? And I like when it's nice and soft. Oh, Priscilla. Oh my gosh, we've got like 2 feet of snow. It's been crazy here. I can't remember the last time we've had so much snow this early. Thank you so much. I love coloring. Oh, sweet pea. That's what my dad calls me. That's one of my nicknames. Let's go up here. How's this? Or I think we're almost done this tree. Aw, Cuddlebug. I love it. I've always had nicknames. I'm a spring baby, so that's why my dad called me Sweet Pea. Okay, let's start going down here. Really lightly, I'm going to add some snow on top of the fence. Like these are tiny details you don't need to put in your pages if you don't want to, but I just think it makes it fun. Do you? My husband doesn't call me Dawn. So even though we've put down that gray for our roof, that green gray, and kind of did that the smudging with the alcohol marker with the colorless blender, I do like to add in some snow on top. He calls me Doe. Oh, your middle name is Dawn? You have it tattooed? I'm saving up for a tattoo. Don't tell my mom. Actually, my mom's pretty cool. I already have a couple, but let's put some on here too, really lightly. I think I need to, my stamp is getting a little bit saturated. So I'm just going to wipe it off with a little bit of alcohol. Okay, that's better. You may find you need to do that if you're using your finger like that. You could probably use a Q-tip or cotton ball to smudge this stuff out, but Oh. And I'm just being random with this stuff. So because we did add that, the gray down here and on the roofs, your white's going to show up on top. So you can make little like bunches or little, not hills, but you know what I mean? Give it texture. And that's when it really shows up. Almost like footprints. There's probably a faster way, but I kind of like how it's turning out, this one. Thank you so much. This has been a fun one to color, and we're not quite done yet. I think I'm going to make it snowing, like gently snowing. See how that snow is kind of really subtle, but really pretty. Sometimes, especially if you're doing stippling, which is doing these tiny dots, your gel pens or your marker might need a little bit of a, like a drag. You may have to drag it over your paper just to get that ink flowing again, because you're patting it down instead of rolling that roller ball. Roller ball? Yes. It does give it so much dimension. That's why I like the stippling part. And I like that we put the colorless blender kind of blended it with that green gray color. So I'm almost going in between the shading, the shadows, and then using that finger as a stamp. And you can make things a little more intense, like that color, the white. You can go over a few times if you want to make it whiter, instead of just coloring it. You stipple, stamp, repeat. And see, if you use your finger as a stamp, you can sometimes transfer some of that ink onto other spots. Yes, this is a chalk pastel. These are the Montmartre chalk pastels. So I go over my Ohuhu markers, which are listed here, the ones we used in the page. So I base everything in that first, and then I go over with my chalk pastels, colored pencils, whatever we're feeling the page needs. Sometimes it is a is a colored pencil, and sometimes it's a bunch of chalk pastels. To me, yes. We're at the snow part now. So we've done some over here. Let's add a little snow on this barrel. And that's a fun thing too. If you're using your finger as a stamp. I haven't tried those ones. I do have the Stadler chalk pastels, and they're pretty good. I do like those too, but I wanted some more colors and I wanted to try something a little different. So the Montmartres have been amazing. And this I think was $9. And they're going to last me forever because I'm not putting them right on the paper. I use something to transfer them over. So I will either use a Q-tip or a blending tool or a cotton ball, depending. And that just transfers it onto the page, and you can push it in. You can really get it into the paper. Yeah, they're all in my link tree. And some free pages if you want to try grayscale coloring if you haven't before. Add a little bit here. Snow's piling up a little bit. See, I love that. I love using your like that's a fun thing to kind of do, right? Okay, a little bit more on the bottom of this. Okay, so we'll do maybe just on the bottom of this one. It's under the little porch there. See how fun that is. This is the fun part. How's it looking? I think we're almost there. We have the roofs. We have this roof to do. We'll do a little bit of snow up here. And then some snow gently falling. And then we'll make this lantern glowy. Yeah. Oh, yes. And the lights have to glow. Thank you. Okay, let's do this roof now. Oh, that one's over. Oh my goodness. I finished too fast. This one is a little faster. It's 2 hours and 19 minutes so far. I'm just going to play that one again. Yeah, that one's 58 minutes. I know some days I don't well, I do enjoy the 3-hour live streams, but I don't always have time to do the 3-hour live streams. Let's do a little bit of snow on here. And you can have fun with the texture by going over the edges to make it really look like snow's on there. There's no straight lines in snow. This book is called Cozy Country Christmas, and it's got the horsies on it on the front, and it's linked in my link tree. How are we liking this, the snow? I think the snow is looking pretty good. Sorry, I just saw a spot. I want to add more. Oh no, I forgot to put our chicken in the crock pot. Oh, whoops. You're going to do pulled chicken. I guess we're not tonight. Jeez, I hate when I do that. I think it's because I really enjoyed my chiropractic appointment today. So I forgot what else I had to do, like make supper. So by putting down that gray first and adding those the little shadows in that gray, the darker gray first, really allows you to get a nice texture when you've gone over with your gel pen. Almost done this part. Oh yeah, Danny, I'll show you when we're done this one. I'll show you Santa. That one's from Cozy Christmas from this book. I didn't have a little sign with Cozy Country Christmas. I got 2 Cozy Christmases. Thank you so much. Yeah, see how pretty that looks? I think we need to do a little bit more on this tree. I like how it just softly transfers some of that ink over. Boop, 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 boop. I don't want to put too much up here because it's under the overhang. This side kind of went a little wonky, but okay. Now we get to the fun part. This is going to take a bit. And I'm going to do the same things that I did down below. Sorry, it's a little, it's towards the back of the book, so the pages get a little jumpy, if that makes sense. You could also use a thicker marker, but I like the really soft effect that the smaller marker gives you when you're transferring that color from your finger onto the page. Let's make this a little snowier. Let's do little circles. That's good too. Right? We're trying it out. We're just trying new things today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fire. So I base my pages. It's a grayscale book, so the shading shows through with your alcohol markers. And then I go over with chalk pastels and some colored pencils. And now I'm using a, see, it's stopped dotting. And now I'm using a white gel pen over top of the alcohol marker I put down. And just kind of using my finger to blend out some of that intensity. Right? You can make it look like it's the snow's drifting. But you're still getting the shading and the shadows showing through. So it looks like it's dimensional. And what we did for that was we added, I put down a bit of the colorless blender first. And then I added some of that warm gray, or green gray, sorry. We are almost done, friends, which is good because I think hubby's home. So I'm almost going opposite to where those shadows are. And then going a little bit into the shadows. So that's where that white is really going to show through because it's a shadow there. He's probably going to say, why aren't we having our pulled chicken? That's a terrible impression, but it happens. Sometimes we forget to make dinner. We had pizza the other night, so I don't think he'll let me have another pizza night. I seriously love pizza so much that I would be happy to have pizza every night. I think my blending finger is getting too it's getting too saturated, so I'm just going to wipe that off. I was going to make chicken, so now I don't know what I'm going to make because it was supposed to go in the crock pot this afternoon. We had grilled cheese and tomato soup last night, so I don't think we're going to have like Sammy's, some sandwiches, because we did that last night. Okay, we're almost done here. And then I'll go on to making our little glowy lights. Oh, and our snow. Actually, why don't I do the snow and then I'll do our glowy lights. Let's just finish up here. I want this to kind of overhang a little bit here. Am I missing snow anywhere? Let's put a little bit on these. Okay, I think that's good. And for snow, I like to make like some big fluffy ones. Like we had today, we had these like huge snowflakes. And it also helps when you blend out those other, like your snow on the ground. That makes sense. It doesn't look like your snowflakes. Oh, that's really pretty. And you can even put big ones in here. I'm not going to worry about. Thank you, guys. And so it's not really going to be snowing here. Maybe down here. And maybe just some little bits. I guess it would be snowing. I'm just not going to put too many there. Okay. Oh, need some back here. Whoa, that's a big one. Oh no, Lynn, you just got here. Well, you'll get to see me make our lights glow. Oh, before I do that, we're going to use some red Just Art. These are the acrylic markers. So these are going to cover whatever is on your page. So it's going over top of your chalk pastel and your marker and covers anything that's in behind it. That looks so much better. Right? Just a little bit of like holly. Let's do like a little couple things in here with these. Do we put little decorations on the tree? Like little lights? Thank you so much, Emily. There, I think that's good. I think I need to. I think I need to put a couple lights on maybe the inside tree. But not the outside ones because those are for sale. Thank you, Jen. Okay, let's make our lights glow. What do we think about this sign? I think I might put some little dots in the corner. and actually maybe some yellow dots in here. I know I'm being like really weird. I like overthinking. And where's that yellow? Here's a good yellow. Oh, and I'll do the lights in these as well with this light color. And what will happen is when I go over with the chalk pastel, which is how I like to do my little lights, it will glow. These are like nice little twinkle lights. So let's add some more. That's the thing with these acrylic markers, is that you can add in little extra details wherever you want. Like, we're going to go a little crazy here. Maybe some down here and some up here. Right? That's better. Yeah, so the trees are just with we use GY5 for the trees, for these ones, and then I add a little bit of chalk pastel. Thank you, guys. I used the Ohuhu markers to base. These are the Just Art acrylic pens. So that's what I'm adding these like little really intense colors with. And my favorite white gel pen, Smoother Pro. So that's how I did like the little bits on the trees and the snow. And I think we're going to add maybe a little glowy star on top of this one. And I like these little brush tips because you can make them super small, right? Because of the fine point, you can either press a little harder and you're going to get a bigger ink spot. Oh, never. Nakia. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love you so much. Okay, we're going to wait one more minute for those to dry. And then we're going to add our chalk pastel over top. And we want this little guy here let's pretend there's some little lights over here. Right? You can do whatever you want with your coloring. You have free will, is what I said earlier, right? Free will. You can do whatever you want. It's fun. The acrylic markers are the Just Art markers, and the white gel pens I use are the Smoother Pro. So the secret's in the Greyscale books. So they're already shaded for you, and you're just adding your color. I think this Christmas tree farm one is my favorite. You know what? I just watched people. I've been coloring for over a year. I mean, I've been coloring for over 50 years, but seriously, as art therapy, I just started about a year and a bit ago. I'm going to say almost 2 years ago, to help with my anxiety. Okay, let's add the glow in. So now I'm going to use this chalk. Let's start over here. Gonna make this glow all the way around. Oh, thank you so much. And if you want to, after you've added in your glowy lights, you can go back in with a little bit of white to make it look really shiny. Let's make this star really shiny. And our little wreath is a little bit shiny. Oh, is it done already? Has it been another hour? Oh, it stopped. I wonder why. Let's pick another one. And this is a fun way to add some glow. A nice yellow chalk pastel. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad you guys dropped by and say hi and hang out with me. I think that's pretty good. Add a little bit more yellow to our tree. We can even make the back ones a little glowy. I'm really just pressing it in with the Q-tip. That's better. They just needed to be a little more glowy, the trees. I really should have made some light coming out. Here, we'll do this. We're going to put some yellow down on the snow. Right, it's coming out the door. Sure. I don't know. I don't teach lessons, but I'll always share my tips on my live streams. Always. Oh, I didn't add in. Oh, I did add in my shading. I think we're done. Does that look like it's... I don't even know. Does that look like the light's coming out from in here? I think I might need a little bit more like yellow coming from in here. Like there's a light back here. I don't know. We'll do this. Maybe we'll just do some like streaks like this. Really, really lightly. And then we'll blend it in. And from there too. Our little hot chocolate stand. They have hot chocolate inside and all their wares. Yeah, see, that's so pretty. I like that actually. And then maybe a little bit of light on this part. And maybe a little bit here. So I'm just smudging on some extra yellow from the Q-tip that's I had down already. I guess our poor little horsey's in the barn already. A little bit. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Right? Does that look good? Do we like it? I think I love this page. I actually may frame this one, and I don't do that a lot. Which blue did I use? Why don't I want the sky to be a little darker. So I'm just going over a tiny bit with some black chalk. Just really, really lightly. Right? It's like, don't you love when it's snowy and everything is fresh and white and quiet? It's one thing I'd noticed is that the stuff gets super quiet. Thank you so much, you guys. That's better. It just gives it a little more dimension when you're adding different colors. Ooh, yes, I will do a tour soon of my little office. I do have to clean it up though, because right now it's like Christmas Central. Well, you guys, I think that's it for tonight. It is. It does look so pure. Let me show you Santa from the other night or the other day. I hope who was asking to see that because I can't remember now. Let me. These are the pastels I use. Oh, it was Danny. Okay. These are the pastels. I believe they're like $9 American, maybe. And I've had them for about 6 months and they're hardly used. Well, I use them all the time, but they'll last you for a long time. Oh, that's not Santa. This is the Frosty and Cozy page we did. So this is what Santas will look like in this book. I don't like that snow. See, I'm glad we're like making progress. Oh, I guess it does transfer a tiny bit, but it's not going to ruin your book. And there's Santa. I love using the chalk pastels over top of the marker. It really gives you such a nice, soft glow. Thank you so much. So yeah, it makes it look so realistic. And I didn't love this page, but I love. Oh, the wreath is pretty too. I actually like the bow. The one we did the other day. This one was so fun. But I think this might be my new favorite. So, oh my goodness, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. All my markers are just everywhere. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, oh yes, the cover. Before I write down our little Christmas tree farm. This is Cozy Country Christmas. So it's the one with the horsies. And Cozy Christmas is the one with the red truck. But that's the one we just looked at with the Santas. So this is more like barns and horses. And there's a couple, oh yeah, a nice lantern we did. So this is more like landscapey. Lots of horsies. Oh. And I'm working also on printable bookmarks that you color and also some cards. So I'll show you those. So this is really prototype stuff. So these are the print your own bookmarks that I'm trying to work out. And cards. But I just printed them on regular paper. So I'm trying to figure everything out to make sure it works first. And then I'll be putting them up in my shop. But yeah, I'm getting them dialed in. So hopefully I'll have those up soon. I may do a spring. So the spring would maybe include some Valentine stuff. All right. We're just going to call this one Christmas Tree Farm. This one red. Oh, there it is. Oh, my poor little thing, my little dust cover is going to need a wash. November. Oh, it's not November anymore. It hasn't been November for a while. Oh, good Lord. December 9. We're going to make it that a little heart. December 9. Hang on. I'm not done with this one yet. There. I'm such a weirdo. Love it. Oh, that's where the red went. Okay. And my friends, oh, we have 50 people in here. I usually just leave my pages in my book. So you'll see me kind of flip through to them. And that I keep my coloring colors, the marker colors on the side, like a little palette with what we end up using. I don't do it ahead of time. I probably should though. And we are on TikTok and YouTube. So the replay, if you guys want to watch the replay, it's on my YouTube channel under live. So all my live streams are there if you want to follow along or if you want to just hang out. Oh, behind the page, when you're using alcohol markers or any markers, just assume they're going to bleed through, which they do. So this is what it looks like at the back. So that marker is going to bleed through pretty much any paper. And plus, I don't want to risk losing an image. So I use a page protector. So it's just a regular page protector from the dollar store. And I put a piece of paper inside of it, which you don't need to do. But if your ink gets wet and this has nothing in between it, doesn't have a piece of paper, you're going to see that image through your ink. It's not going to transfer anything, but it's just going to show through. And then I clean it off after each one. I've been using this particular one for a year, at least. So they're reusable. Always use a page protector or a protective sheet. I prefer to use something that I can clean off and reuse instead of cardstock, because the cardstock will still have the ink on it. And once you apply your ink to your page, anything that's going to be on the page that's in behind here is going to transfer onto your new coloring page. That's why I like to use a fresh, clean, reusable piece of plastic. So these are just sheet protectors from the dollar store. Okay. Ooh, we're at 21K. Thank you guys so much. You are amazing. And I'm so happy to see some new besties here. I like doing little goofy things. Thank you everyone so much. And to clean these off, I just spray it with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, or you could put it right on the cotton pad. Do I have any here? Yes. And then I just wipe it off. So the alcohol is going to erase the alcohol marker. And that way it's not going to transfer onto your next project. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Okay, my friends, that was a lovely afternoon, and it's now time for me to figure out what I have to make for dinner. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you for the follows and the love and sharing these cozy vibes with me today. I love you guys and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching today. We'll see you soon. Bye.